Welcome dear student. Once again in my channel we are dealing with the animal diversity first. In animal diversity first we have studied paramecium, different systems or different characters of paramecium. In today's lecture we will see contractile vacuoles of paramecium. But before to start today's lectures, you are requested to subscribe my channel so as to get the latest update about my uploaded videos and press the bell icon. And if you like the video, please press like button. Let's start to the contractile vacuoles in paramecium. As you know, paramecium is freshwater unicellular eukaryotic protozoan. It is having the slipper-like structure, and there are two contractile vacuoles which are present in paramecium. One is present to the anterior side and the second one is present to the posterior sides. So here I have drawn the diagrams about contractile vacuoles as well as radiating canals. And the main function of the contractile vacuole is excretion along with the osmoregulation. So for that purpose, these contractile vacuoles continuously work in systole and diastole manner to collect the water from anterior and posterior sides of the body and ejects out this water outside the cell. As this paramecium lives in fresh water, and due to this it has the problem to eliminate out the excess amount of water, so that this contractile vacuole continuously work for the removal of excess water from the cell. Here this figure which shows this central contractile vacuole and this injector canal, and there is bulgy Solon structure. This is about the radiating canals. These are the radiating canal. This radiating canal is full with water, and this radiating canal is empty, which is without water. And this radiating canal is having three different parts. One is injector canal, middle is ampulla, and this posterior parts or this terminal part. This radiating canal collecting the water from the endoplasm and pour this water into the contractile vacuole, through which it thrown outside the cell to maintain the balance of cell water. So these are these contractile vacuoles. This is the empty contractile vacuole, and this one is radiating canals. This anterior is empty without water. This posterior figure which shows the contractile vacuole which is filled with the water. And here the figure which shows this external pore, discharge canal, and contractile vacuole in diastole position, that is this relaxed position, this radial canal which is elongated, and this nephridial tubule, or these are also called as the microtubule. Here this contractile vacuole which is systole in condition, which is having this structure with bulgy structure or Solon structure. So this is about this contractile vacuole. These contractile vacuoles, they are two large liquid filled contractile vacuoles which are present in paramecium, located in innermost part of ectoplasm. So they are located in ectoplasm and collecting the water from endoplasm through this radiating canal of these microtubules. Each contractile vacuole is surrounded by 6 to 10 elongated radiating canals. So there are 6 to 10 radiating canals are present, surrounds the contractile vacuole, collecting the excess water from the cell, called feeding or tributary canals. The microtubules, which are also called as the nephridial tubules of contractile vacuole, collect the excretory fluid from endoplasm. So these are the nephridial tubules or microtubules which collect the excretory fluid from the endoplasm of the paramecium. Contractile vacuole excrete excess water and regulate the water content of the body, which maintaining the water balance of the body. Pulsating rate, that is a systole and diastole, both contractile vacuole is different. That is, posterior contractile vacuole is more faster pulsate as compared to the anterior contractile vacuole. Along with the removal of nitrogenous waste or this excretion, it also help in osmoregulation, maintaining the water balance of the cell. This contractile vacuole which regulate this water content of the paramecium and maintaining the osmoregulation. Contractile vacuole can eliminate a volume of water equivalent to its body volume in about half an hour. We may conclude that how much contractile vacuoles are working continuously to eliminate the excess amount of water from the cell to maintain the water balance, that is osmoregulation. So contractile vacuoles, they are two in number. One is present to the anterior sides and another one is present to the posterior sides. And these contractile vacuoles are present in ectoplasm, collecting the nitrogenous waste from endoplasm through the radiating canals through these nephridial tubules or microtubules. And there are 6 to 10 radiating canals are present in contractile vacuole, and pulsating rate are different. Posterior contractile vacuoles are more faster as compared to the anterior one, and they show such systole as well as diastole condition for just eliminating the excess amount of water. So the contractile vacuole not only help in excretion but also help in osmoregulation. So they perform these two important functions, excretion as well as osmoregulation. So this is all about the contractile vacuole in paramecium. Hope you understood all this structure as well as the function of contractile vacuole. And still having any doubt, please feel free to write into comment box. And thank you very much for watching the entire video.